So today we'll see some more examples on mesh analysis for dependent source. Yesterday we had seen one dependent source. It was a voltage dependent source. Today we'll see one more example here. Hope you can see this network. Fine. The network shown here has two loops. So first, when we go with the mesh analysis, I had told some points you have to remember. So see how many loops are there. We have two loops here and assume two currents. So I1 and I2 are the two currents in the clockwise direction. Second step, what you have to do, check whether there are any border currents here. Any border current source is there, you have to see. So we have one border current, that is 2.5 milliamps for first loop. Okay, and check whether we have any current sources between the meshes. So we don't have any current sources here between the meshes, and we have a dependent source here. So this is the symbol for dependent source. And what type of dependent source it is? So it is current dependent voltage source. Okay, it is current dependent voltage source. So it is depending on some current. Where they have shown that current, that IA current is shown in this branch. It is shown in 2.4 kilo ohm branch. In this resistor, that IA current is shown. So it depends upon the current here. It depends upon the current in the branch. Okay. So since we have a current source at the border, so what is IA? What is the I1 current? I1 is equal to 2.5 milliamps. So we'll get one answer. I1 is equal to 2.5 milliamps. So how many unknowns are there? There are two unknowns. There are two unknowns and we require two equations. But once one answer we got already, that is I1 is equal to 2.5 milliamps. So only one unknown is there now, that is I2. So you have to find out I2. So we'll write the equation. So for that we have to write only one equation. So we'll write the equation for loop 2. What is the equation for loop 2? Starting from this 2.4 kilo ohm we will take. It is 2.4 into 10 power 3, because kilo they have written, it is 10 power 3, and there are two currents here. Whichever the loop you write first, that current should be written first. So you will write I2 minus I1 plus 1 into 10 power 3 I2. So the current is entering here negative polarity. So I'll write minus 150 IA. Okay, minus 150. How they have given, you just write it like that only. So what is this IA? IA is the current in this branch. In this branch, what is the current? The current in 2.4 kilo ohm branch, we have two currents here in this branch, that is I2 and I1. So you have to take the current which is in the direction of IA. So I2 is in the direction of IA and I1 is against IA. So write IA is equal to I2 minus I1. Just substitute IA is equal to I2 minus I1. So you'll get a equation. Wherever you have, just multiply this. Wherever you have I1, substitute it as 2.5 milliamps and just find the current I2. Just only one unknown is there. You need not go for the determinant form here. You need not go for the equation from the calculator. You just substitute the value of I1 and get I2. Yesterday, previous class we had seen a voltage dependent. Now we have seen a current dependent. See, when it is current dependent, you have to just write the current. You should not multiply again with resistor. Again, current multiplied with resistor, it will become voltage. We don't want voltage. What it is? It is current dependent voltage source. So you have to just write current. So that current IA is I2 minus I1. You have to remember that on what it is depending. Okay, so this is first example. You have to complete this. Second one more example we'll see. We have one more dependent source here. There are how many meshes here? We have three meshes. Okay, so three currents are assumed in clockwise direction, I1, I2 and I3. So again checking whether there is a current source at the border. We have one 12 amps current source. So we get the I1 answer directly. So I1 is equal to 12 amps. We got it. Next, check whether there is any current source between the meshes. Okay, see here between the meshes there is a dependent source. What type of dependent source it is? It is current dependent current source. Getting it? It is current dependent current source. So we have a current source between the meshes now. Listen carefully. There is a current source. It is depending on the current only, and it is between the meshes I2 and I3. So what it becomes? Whenever we have a current source between two meshes, it becomes a super mesh. Okay. So how to write the super mesh? First, what step we have to do? Just write I1 is equal to 12 amps. So that is our first equation. Next, we have to write this current source in terms of I2 and I3. So which is in the direction of 2I, I3 is in the direction. So I3 minus I2 is equal to 2I. Okay, I3 minus I2 is equal to 2I. What is this I? I is the current in the branch 28 ohm resistor. Okay, in this 28 ohm resistor, what is the current? Here two currents are flowing. One is I1 and I3, which is in the direction of I3. So I is equal to I3 minus I1. So wherever I is there, what I'll write? I3 minus I1. So it is a current dependent current source. It is depending upon the current that is flowing in the 28 ohm resistor branch. So instead of, in place of I will write I3 minus I1. This is about dependent source. See, whenever you see a dependent source, you should not become panic. You just see where it is depending, in which branch it is depending. Is it a current source? Then write the current. If it is a voltage source, multiply that current with resistance and write the voltage. You have to remember that basic concept. Okay, so how many unknowns were there? First, there were 3 unknowns. We have got already the answer for I1. So one unknown is cleared now. Still we have 2 unknowns. So we require 2 equations. One equation we got from this current source, and second equation you have to write the super mesh equation. Which is the super mesh here? I2 and I3 together is called super mesh. Okay, so in I2 and I3, how many elements are there? We have 4 ohm resistor, we have 8 ohm resistor, and we have 28 ohm resistor. Okay, so we'll start with 28. In 28 branch, how many currents are there? I3 and I1. So 28 into I3 minus I1 plus 4 into I2 plus 8 into I3 is equal to 0. This is a super mesh equation. So wherever I1 is there, substitute 12 amps because we know already I1. So you'll get 2 equations. 2 unknowns will be there, I2 and I3. Put in the determinant form, put in your calculator, you'll get the answer for I2 and I3. Okay, this is the second one where we have a current dependent current source. Okay. Next we'll go with one more example here. Here also we have given there are 3 loops here. Okay, there are 3 loops. So 3 currents will be assumed, I1, I2, I3 in clockwise direction. And next, whether check there are any sources at the border. So we don't have any current source in the border. Is that true? No, we have a current source here. This is what it is, current dependent voltage source. Okay, this is current dependent voltage source. So it is not a current source. And do we have current source between the meshes? Yes, we have a current source here. It is 4 amps between 2 meshes I2 and I3. Okay, so there is a super mesh here. So we'll start writing the equation. You have to write the equation here. The first one, since it is a, see here, it is a super mesh. So which current will write first? I3, because I3 is in the direction of 4 amps. So I3 minus I2 is equal to 4 amps is the one equation. Okay, next, since it is a current dependent voltage source, on which current it is depending? It is depending on the current which is flowing in the 1 ohm resistor. What is the current flowing here? It is nothing but I1 only. We have assumed I1, they have also given I1. So wherever I1 comes, or wherever 2I1, you just write it as plus 2I1 only. You need not write any other thing, because the assumed current I1 is equal to the current which they have given here in the 1 ohm resistor. So write the equation for loop 1. So what is the equation for loop 1? I have not written here. You can just see, listen to me listen to me here. It is minus 3 because it is entering the negative polarity. So it is minus 3. It is 1 into I1 plus 2 into I1 minus I2. is equal to 0 is your first equation. What is the supermesh equation? Supermesh equation means it includes 2 ohm, 1 ohm, 2 ohm and 2i1. Complete this together is called supermesh. So what is the equation? 2i2 minus i1 plus 1 into i2 plus 2 into i3 plus 2i1 is equal to 0. Since it is depending on the current I1, you need not change anything here. You can just write directly 2I1. So loop 1 equation I have told, supermesh equation I have told, substitute that. So how many equations you are getting? 3 equations you will be getting. All the 3 equations, because all the 3 are unknowns for us, we have to find them. Substitute, write in a determinant form, write out I1, I2, I3, substitute in the calculator and find out the answer for I1, I2, I3. So this is a current dependent voltage source and there is a super mesh, that is 4 amps between the meshes I2 and I3. So this is our third example. Next we'll go with the fourth example here. Fourth example also, just we have 3 loops, 3 currents are assumed, fine, and we have a current source also here. See, it is a voltage dependent current source, that is important. Here it is depending on voltage, but it is a current source, voltage dependent current source. Since we have a current source in the border, so the loop current I2 will be nothing but 0.2 VA. Okay, so I2 is 0.2 VA. How much is VA? It is depending upon which voltage? It is depending upon the voltage across this 5 ohm resistor. Okay, what is the voltage across this 5 ohm resistor? The voltage here is the current into resistance, that you have to remember. Voltage is current into resistance. How much is the current? Current in this resistor we have 2 currents, that is I1 and I3. So the one which is entering positive sign, take it first. So it is I1 minus I3 into 5. Okay, current into resistor will give me the voltage here. So wherever we have VA, what we have to write? This 0.2 you write like that only. Next, this is 5 is resistor into current. 5 into I1 minus I3. That is 1. So just to simplify it, this 5 2s are 10, it will become 1. So I2 is equal to I1 minus I3, or just bring it to the RHS. So I1 minus I2 minus I3 is equal to 0. So this is our first equation. Next we have to write equation for loop 1 and loop 3. So 3 unknowns, 3 equations, you solve it, you will get the answer. So how to write the equation for loop 1? I will just tell you. It is entering negative sign, just write minus 125. Minus 125 plus 5 into I1 minus I3 plus 7.5 into I1 minus I2 plus 50. It is entering positive. So it is plus 50 is equal to 0. That is our loop 1 equation. What is loop 3? Loop 3 is, you can start from 5. Again 5 into I3 minus I1 plus 17.5 into I3 plus 25 into I3 minus I2 is equal to 0. So 2 loop equations we have, loop 1 and loop 3. And this is one more equation, first equation which we got from the border. You need not write equation for loop 2 because in loop 2 we since there is a current source at the border, we'll get the equation directly. So 3 equations, 3 unknowns, substitute in the calculator, you'll get the 3 answers. Okay, this is one example. Next, this is for AC source. This all were for DC source. Next, the last example is find the current through 4 ohm resistor using loop current method. See, they can give it as loop current method or mesh analysis. Both means the same. What they have told, you have to find the current through 4 ohm resistor. The 4 ohm resistor is in the second loop, that is I2. So there are 3 loops. Assume the current here. Okay, just assume the current I1, I2, I3 are the 3 currents. Okay, we have resistors, we have an inductor. So in AC source we will have inductor and capacitor. So we have J2 and minus J2. 3 currents are assumed. We have a voltage source Both are voltage sources only. One is 50 at an angle 0. One is 26.25 at an angle minus 66.8 volts. First we'll write equation for loop 1. I have written here. Since the tail of the arrow mark is negative, so it is minus 50 at an angle 0 plus 5i1 plus j2 into i1 minus i2 is equal to 0. That is the first equation. Okay, j2 into i1 minus i2. So bring all the i1 terms one side. So we have 5 and j2. So 5 plus j2, bring it together. They are the i1 coefficients minus j2 into i2 is second one, and bring this side to the RHS. So we'll get 50 at an angle 0. This is the equation 1. Write the loop for second equation for loop 2. That will be your loop second equation. Next, write the equation for loop 3. All the three equations I have written here. See here, they have told you to find the current in the loop 2. How to find out the current in the loop 2? Current in the loop 2, I2 is equal to delta divided by delta 2. Okay, I2 is equal to delta divided by delta 2. How to find out delta? Delta is found by putting all the coefficients of these equations in a determinant form. Okay, when you put the equations in determinant form, you'll get delta. Next, you have to find out delta 2 by substituting the constants. We had done by taking the constants and substituting in the second column, we'll get the equation, or we'll get delta 2. When we divide delta 2 by delta, we'll get the current I2. Okay, you have to just put it in determinant form. Just I have written the equation. See that you'll put in the determinant form. You'll find out what is delta. Then you have to find out what is delta 2, or at least what part of can be calculated. See to it and send me the answer. Okay.